And staying in Europe, where the continent's biggest land armies are preparing for a very different decade. Germany has formally unveiled the Leopard 288, the newest, most advanced version of Europe's flagship main battle tank, as NATO countries rush to reinforce the alliance's eastern flank bordering Russia. The rollout took place in Munich last week, where German defense ministers stood beside the fresh-painted steel giant and hailed it as a critical step in rebuilding Europe's ground forces.
Systems we see today and the industrial cooperation behind them matter not only to Germany but to all of us. They strengthen our collective defense, our ability to deter, and our unity at a time when unity is being tested every single day.
The tank, developed by KNDS, is the first Leopard German tank and built entirely from scratch since 1992. The 288 is not a mid-life upgrade, but a fully redesigned platform. It retains the familiar 120mm smoothbore main gun and twin 762 machine guns, but the manufacturer emphasizes new protection systems, digital architecture, and survivability upgraded demanded by modern high-intensity warfare. Now, for Europe, the program carries symbolic weight. Leopard tanks in various marks have been central to NATO armies for decades. Dozens of older Leopard 1s and 2s have been donated to Ukraine since Russia's invasion in 2022. And now, European governments are ordering the newest variant in large batches, betting on standardization to reduce cost and ease interoperability across the alliance.
The German armed forces need modern, high-performance systems. Europe needs reliable partners, and we all need an industry that delivers. Fast, robust, and high quality. Let us continue on this path together. Determined, cooperative, trusting, and at the pace that the situation demands, at full speed.
Now, Germany has already ordered 123 Leopard tanks, with the first expected to be operational in 2027 after both technical and tactical testing. Meanwhile, other nations are moving in lockstep. In fact, the Netherlands announced in May it will buy at least 46 A8s, its first new tank fleet in years, with deliveries beginning in 2028. Lithuania, the Czech Republic, and Sweden have each also ordered 44 tanks, and Sweden plans to buy 54 in total. Croatia has also approved plans for 44 and is considering going as high as 50, while Spain and several Baltic nations are in talks to join the program as well. On the front lines, around 1,000 German troops already serve in Lithuania under NATO's enhanced forward presence, and the U.S. leads the battle group in Poland. Britain commands the mission in Estonia, and Canada heads the force in Latvia. None of the deployments once described as tripwires are now being reshaped into heavier, faster reacting combat formations. In fact, alongside the tank, Germany also presented the PZH-2000A4, an upgraded version of the artillery system heavily used in Ukraine. And with Europe now racing to rebuild its armor, one question lingers on NATO's frontier: who moves faster next?
I wore the crown of a revolutionary. I promised to lift my nation. I claimed to fight imperialism. I became the very thing I warned against. I funded militias across continents. I feared my own shadow. Some called me the King of Kings. History calls me something else. The dictator. Who am I?